I never imagined that a single night could change the way I looked at my life. My name is Claire Matthews, I'm 38 years old, and I've been married to Daniel for 13 years. We've built a life that, on the outside, seemed perfectly fine. 2 kids, a cozy suburban home, and the rhythm of work, bills, and the occasional family vacation. But beneath the surface, I'd been feeling invisible. Daniel wasn't a bad man, but over the years, his attention had drifted. He buried himself in work, often coming home late, too tired to talk. Our conversations revolved around the kids, bills, and who would pick up groceries. The laughter we once shared felt like a memory. Then came the annual charity conference in Denver. I'd been asked to attend on behalf of my company, and Daniel encouraged me to go, probably relieved to have a few quiet days at home. The conference was being held at a mountain lodge, which sounded like the perfect escape from the routine. The first day was uneventful. Panel discussions, networking sessions, polite smiles. That evening, a sudden snowstorm rolled in. By the time the last seminar ended, the roads were blocked. The front desk clerk apologized, explaining that due to a booking error and the weather, they were over capacity. My assigned room had been double booked. I was still processing the news when a tall man approached the desk. He had warm brown eyes, dark hair dusted with snow, and a calm but concerned expression. "Let me guess," he said to me. "Your room's gone too?" "Apparently," I replied, forcing a small laugh. The clerk looked mortified. "We have one available room left, but it has a single queen bed. You'd have to share." We both hesitated. His name was Michael Hart, a marketing consultant from Chicago. He seemed decent, respectful, and frankly, we had no other option. The storm made it impossible to leave, and there were no other hotels nearby. We agreed, awkwardly, to split the room for the night. Inside, the room was warm and rustic, wood-paneled walls, a stone fireplace, and that single bed in the center. We both made polite attempts to avoid eye contact, deciding to stay fully clothed and stick to our own sides. Michael took the left, I took the right. We lay there in silence at first, listening to the wind howl outside. But then he asked, "So, what brings you here?" I told him about my job, my kids, the conference. He listened, really listened, in a way I hadn't experienced in a long time. He shared that he was recently divorced, not because of betrayal, but because he and his wife had grown apart. The conversation flowed effortlessly. We talked about our dreams, regrets, and the small things that make life worth living. At one point, he said something funny, and I laughed so hard I had to hide my face in the pillow. It felt good. Too good. Hours passed. Eventually, I confessed, in a whisper, that I sometimes felt like I'd faded in my own marriage, like I was there, but not truly seen. Michael didn't give me a pity look. Instead, he said, "You're more visible than you think. You just need the right mirror." Something in his words pierced me. It wasn't romantic or suggestive. It was simply kind, genuine. When I finally drifted off to sleep, it was with the comforting awareness that someone understood me. The next morning, we woke to sunlight streaming through the window and snow glittering outside. There was no awkwardness, just a quiet understanding. We had shared a bed, yes, but more importantly, we had shared honesty. At checkout, we exchanged a hug. "Take care of yourself, Claire," he said. Back home, I didn't tell Daniel the full story. But I did start talking more, sharing my feelings, asking for his, pushing us out of autopilot. Slowly, our connection began to return. I'll never forget that snowy night. Not because of what didn't happen, but because of what did, a reminder that real connection isn't about grand gestures. Sometimes, it's about being seen, heard, and valued, even if only for one unexpected night.